Hi everybody and welcome to Saturday morning. It's about 9 AM and I've just arrived at the shop. I actually arrived about 20 minutes ago, but I've just been literally like drooling over some of the stuff I picked up, so I thought I would share with you guys what I picked up at the car boot sale this morning. Absolutely thrilled with today's finds, so without further ado, let me get on with it so I can share them with you, as I've got obviously to start getting the shop ready for opening on Saturday. Saturday doesn't tend to be the big day at the car boot I go to, so it's never a huge amount of pickups. But let me just share with you what I got and the order I got it in. First thing I picked up was this bag of Star Trek figures, and there is a random Transformer, like smaller figure. I picked up a bunch of these Star Trek figures. Now I know these are not worth a lot of money, and I did only pay £2 a piece, which is probably about what they're worth if I'm honest. However, they're going to make perfect cheap stock for the shop and the website. Another item I picked up that was really nice was this Elgato Game Capture HD. I've yet to test it, but I'm hoping it'll work. There's no moving parts in these from what I know. This capture card was like in a rummage box and I paid £2 for it. As soon as the box came out, I rummaged and I found it for £2. Should fetch me about 60 on its own, which is a great little pickup. Next pickup was this little Suicide Squad the Joker Suicide Squad Funko Pop keychain. We sell these in the shop and this only cost me like £1, so nice little pickup there. From the same stall as the Joker, this is my monster pickup. This is the pickup that has gotten me literally drooling. I can't believe the price, bearing in mind what I paid for a bad pickup last week. This was all for a tenner. I got this insanely cool Tamiya Audi Quattro, whatever you want to call it. Now this is on a very, very sought after chassis. Now a similar car to this with a different paintwork on the body shell, a similar car at auction achieved over £300. And people often sell parts of this car, so the tyres fetch a lot of money, the rear axle fetches a lot of money. Pretty much any part of this car can fetch a lot of money because it's, you know, it's a desirable model. So to have a complete and what looks to be a running model is insane, and all for a tenner. Now that it just gets better. I've got a BT's vintage model radio control bag. These on their own can fetch between £20 to £30, so that's awesome. But also inside it we have got another vintage Tamiya car. So here we have got the Thunder Dragon, amazing condition. The shell has got a bit of a crack on it, but the car itself looks to be in good nick. And again, this is probably over £100 odd. I'd have to check exactly how much, but yes, that is insane to get that all for a tenner. And it doesn't stop there, because the transmitter is in there as well. There's a nice Sandwer vintage transmitter in there. There's parts in there, including parts that are on sprues. There is also a body shell for a Stadium Blazer and what looks like the pieces for a Stadium Blazer. Again, this stuff will have some value. Now this was all for that tenner, and I believe there is also a Nikko car which has some value. This was in there as well. This is a Nikko F10, and this actually, in working condition, I've seen in the US fetch over 100. It's obviously not in the best of condition, tyres being all deflated, etc. But it looks, other than that, to be okay. The only sad thing is I don't think I've got the transmitter for it, so that's a little sad. But all that for a tenner is insane. Parts alone, there's some just craziness. I also paid a £5 for this Halo Mega Block set. The reason why I went for it is because it seemed to have a lot of the pieces still in the original bags. So there's like a lot of sealed parts bags like this. So I'm hoping it's complete. Again, this is quite a valuable set. The guy wanted a tenner, I offered a £5 and he took it. So I'm going to have to kind of sort through that. There's a Mega Drive in here that I got as part of a deal. I got this Mega Drive and this really cool Ferrari Magnum PI radio control car. So a lot of radio control today, and I got those both for 20. So Mega Drive isn't really worth a lot, but I think that Magnum PI car might have some value to it. And I also found quite rare Fighter's Destiny and Duke Nukem 64. Paid £1 each for those. Very rare to find N64 games at car boots, and even more rare when they're £1 each. Shame that the Duke Nukem tag and sticker is a bit, in very poor condition. But such is life. Even though it was a small car boot, I'm obviously on like a good run at the moment. I can't complain, even though I'm not having to spend lots of money. I'm finding some really good stuff that it's just a pleasure to find, a pleasure to deal with, and it is just amazing for it's amazing stock for our eBay store, and some of this stuff, not the radio control necessarily, but for example some of the stuff, if it's suitable, if it relates to what we're doing in some way in terms of our shop and our website, we will also now be listing some of this stuff on our own website under like the clearance section or the used retro toy section. So we're going to start selling used retro toys on our website, and maybe soon we'll display them in the shop as well, but for now we're still keeping the shop as mostly just new stock, or stock with a bit of like kind of shop worn packaging, but still new toys. So yeah, I'm just over the moon with that Tamiya find. The Audi Quattro is just for a tenner. I mean, bear in mind last week I spent 20 on a Tamiya, which was a fail. It was because it was a quick drive Tamiya car, not a regular one. But for those of you into your vintage RC, you'll appreciate how big a deal this was and how amazing a find that was. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it at that. I don't want the video to run on too long. We've got to get the shop ready to we've got to get ready to we've got to get the shop ready for closing, and then I need to go home and get some sleep because I'll be up again for Sunday car boot, and then obviously back at work as well. So no rest for the wicked. Thank you for watching, guys. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible.